If you wanted to drive around with expired license plates, you used to be cool if you just confined your travels to Denver, where the city didn't really care about that kind of thing. But Denver is going to try caring about expired plates, at least for a while. Here's Mark Salinger with that.
Having expired license plates is illegal everywhere, but whether or not you'll get a ticket for it might just depend on what side of the street you're on. Here in Denver, police just started handing out tickets for expired tags yesterday. Over here in Aurora, cracking down on those expired plates, that was the focus earlier this summer.
Really, it's just an acknowledgement that yes, this is something that we do need to get a hold of in our community.
For all the people avoiding paying to register their car, avoiding getting caught is all about where they drive.
There is no state legislation as it relates to low-level violations.
Denver Police Chief Ron Thomas knows it's up to each individual department to decide whether to pull people over for certain low-level offenses, like driving with expired plates.
I am aware of the fact that the Aurora took a pretty strong stance as it relates to expired registrations.
Aurora police gave out hundreds of tickets earlier this summer when they announced they'd begin pulling people over solely for having old tags. DPD said they wouldn't do the same at the time. That changed this week.
Previously, according to the policy, there would have had to have been something else that would have prompted an officer to pull someone over for that particular offense.
The rules and protocols are different everywhere and even change from month to month, which is part of the reason why some smaller police departments give out far more tickets for expired tags than other, much bigger ones. In Denver, 982 tickets have been issued since the beginning of this year. Compare that to places like the much smaller Commerce City Police Department, where the number of tickets has already surpassed 1,300 this year. In Arapahoe County, the Sheriff's Office is already at more than 1,500 citations. In Douglas County, there's almost 1,700.
It's important to focus on violent crime. It's important to focus on traffic safety violations. But I also think it's important to listen to your community and understand that there's a concern as it relates to expired registrations.
So back in 2023, last year, Colorado passed a new law to try and encourage people who were moving to the state to actually register their cars here and pay taxes. So we wanted to know how that's been going so far, how much money the state has collected in back taxes. Turns out, we were told today, Kyle, the state does not keep track of that.
Oh, I mean, that seems like useful information. I feel like we all know people that are just like, yeah, when did you move here? 3 years ago. That's funny, you still have out-of-state plates.
Yeah, you still have your Tennessee plate or whatever.
Yeah, how about that?
3 years later, but at the end of the day, like, everybody wants to see that the person in front of them driving down the street is paying the same taxes, paying the same registration fees as they are. If the state's not keeping track of all of those people who are moving to Colorado and not paying the Colorado registration fees, then I don't know how we determine whether or not that law has been working.
Yeah, I mean, I live and work in the city of Denver. I'm amazed at the number of people I see driving around
There's a lot.
without plates at all. Like,
Exactly.
What is this Mad Max stuff we've got going on? All right, Mark, thank you.